Lillian. When I get drunk enough at the Geary Club, I start to flirt with Lillian. I tell her things like I did on this night, things like, I really love how you did your eyes. Lillian's the bartender. She has a dry, clumsy smile and always seems one drink shy of not being able to hold her head up. She's full of sass and floats between serving you the wrong drink and delivering incomprehensible rants under her breath. On this particular night, being equally as wasted, I ended up in the bathroom with Lillian offering me key bumps and applying eyeliner to every part of my eye. With a voice like wet sandpaper, she instructed, "It's easy, honey, like this." You can only imagine the precision she could have had, with one eye closed and her head bobbing unpredictably like a buoy at sea. All I know is I escaped from the jaws of an eyelash curler after my boyfriend swung open the bathroom door to find me cornered with a 5'1" cocaine cosmetologist attached to my eyelid. With black tears dripping down my cheeks and swollen eyes, I managed to film my way out of the bar and surface onto the Tenderloin streets for safety. By this time, I looked like a doll whose automatic open-close eyes were on the fritz and had settled into a crazed mess of lashes and eyeballs, unsuitable to be looked at any longer, and so tossed into the Goodwill pile on Geary Street. Tutu. Tutu stays in Oakland, but he makes his living sitting at the corner of Geary and Leavenworth. His real name is Samuel Grant. He's handicapped and on welfare, and once he mentioned that his girl was beaten by the police in Oakland. I didn't ask whether he meant his daughter or his girlfriend. Both seemed just as tragic. Either way, he's alone now. When I ask him about his past, he just tells off, "Oh, I don't know too much." He believes his mom and dad are in heaven, and he believes people shouldn't come here from other towns and act like they run people's neighborhoods. We have to be good or bad, he says. I'm trying to do the good things. Maybe he's got the right idea. On the corner, he told me, we're all a family, we're all the same, you know what I mean? We gotta get together. But when I asked him what his favorite things were, he said, being alone, having my privacy, and scary movies. I love scary movies. Ed Bowers. Ed Bowers once wrote a play while in his early 60s. Instead of being performed on a stage, several narrators were placed in separate corners of a dark room. A spotlight danced frenetically between them as each spit out lines of poignant brilliance mixed with a good story and things that didn't make sense. I imagined this to be the constant scene in his head. I met Ed after I sat down next to him at the 21 Club, a Tenderloin bar that attracts characters of habit, from poetry to junk. I bought his book from behind the bar for $5. He hosts an open mic there once a month, where he'll play the obligatory keyboard accompaniment to your poem. The first conversations I had with Ed were slurred over a cigarette and the slaughtered English that hovers like fog over the intersection of Turk and Taylor. I've seen Ed stare off into the distance while offering a verbal equivalent of fuck you to someone trying to bum a cigarette off of them. I've seen him drink to handle the dark room and spotlight of his mind. And I've seen Ed endeavor to read 20 pages of poetry to a bar of patrons who drank their manners and attention spans down with their ice cube-filled glasses of high life. He would read them verses like, Hemingway was afraid of nouns. Hemingway loved war. War is full of verbs. And lines like, the universe is so innocent, it thinks with its dick. Robert. He was smart, bald, heartbroken, and sitting on the stool next to mine with the brown jug. He told me about how he once lost his keys in a yellow cab, and how attached to those keys was a Swiss Army knife. It was the last thing my ex-wife gave me as a gift, and I lost it, he said. The only woman I ever loved. His inverted eyes looked to the past and finally came back full circle. At 19, I lost my virginity, then my hair, and now this. But that's what we do. We just go out there and we lose things.